Hey guys, welcome to a quick tutorial on how to make grips for your parts. In this case we're going to be using a cylinder, but you can have any part and the process is basically the same, but you just might revolve it differently or move it to a different area. But let's get right into it. In the beginning we have to do a sketch, obviously, to make our part and our pattern. In this case I'm going to be using a cylinder, as I said, and we're going to revolve around. And the basic easiest way to do it, especially if you want to follow that cylindrical shape, is to project it onto that edge and to extrude it out. Keeping in mind, of course, that you can't put sketches on a round object. So what do we do from there? We just basically have to pull the object out and make it to whatever size we want. So in this case I'm just going to extend it by 2 millimeters, and again, keep in mind this is the rounded shape, because when you project it and you pull out, it pulls out the shape of the object that you already have. So basically what we have to do now is revolve this around the center pivot point in whatever degrees. Let's say it looks pretty good in 10 degrees, so we're going to revolve that, and we're going to do that a couple more times, and then I'm going to stop and union everything together so that we don't have to do too much repetitive work, because once we union everything together and then we turn that object, we're basically going to have less work to do, because it's going to do more of that automatic work for us. Alright, I'm pretty pleased with that result. It looks really good. Now all we have to do is basically connect all these pieces together to make them into one. Just keep in mind that the further you go along in your project, the harder it is to change something. So maybe sometimes keep in mind that you might have to save duplicates of a file so that you can redo something later, like let's say an important step. But anyways, let's move on to the next thing. So in some cases we would want a flat edge instead of a round one, and we can do that by extruding the sketch, and we can either union or new body. In this case, let's start with union. So again, just like the previous time, what we're going to do is go ahead and revolve our edge, or rather our pattern, around the pivot point at the center. And just like before, you choose whatever degrees, you revolve it around, and then you union. So I'm not going to go through that right now because you've already seen it done. Let's go back a little bit and focus on what else we could do. There are also cases where you might just want to revolve around a certain corner of an object. I would recommend you make a new body and then you revolve. That way you can continue on without making a bunch of issues down the road. But anyways, let's move on and say one major important thing that I want you guys to just keep in mind forever in every Shapr project is to plan ahead. Because as you can see, getting every one of these corners and making a chamfer or a fillet, imagine doing that 100 times. So plan ahead, do the first one the way that you like it, and then copy that over so that the rest of them will be the way that you like it. That's just a little pro tip to save you a lot of work down the line. I hope you guys learned something. Don't forget to share this video, like and subscribe if you want to see more. I always do something in Shapr, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.